Hey boys and girls at home, this is Mr. Coach Manny Ramirez from Mays. This is Mr. Nick Garcia, and filming will be Mr. Brian Compa. Today we're going to go over our workouts for you guys at home, just so you have something to keep your blood flowing, keep your mind strong and fit and sharp. So we're going to go and get started right now with our warm-up, our stationary stretches, our dynamic stretches, and then we're going to go into a workout. All right guys, the first stretch, the first warm-up we're going to do is going to be small circles forward with our shoulders. Right here, just like that as Mr. Nick is doing it. Small, we're gonna go medium. Then we'll work into a bigger circle. After that, we're gonna put it in reverse. We're gonna go the opposite way. Small, medium, medium. Okay. Following that, we're gonna go into our chain breakers. Okay? With this, we're gonna wanna be aggressive, pushing our chest through our hands. Just like that, perfect. From here, we're gonna go into our trunk twist, okay? Really focusing on getting your face forward here and going straight back, getting that full rotation, just like that. Perfect, nice stretch. From there, we're gonna go into our windmills, okay? Feet spread apart, and trying to get your left hand to your opposite foot. Left hand to right foot, all right? Just like that, good. Staying low every time, getting that full rotation. Good. From here, we're gonna go into our air squats. Okay, we're working our lower body now. Okay, we're gonna try and get at least 10 reps. Good. Good. Following our air squats, we're gonna go into a hip bridge on the ground. We're gonna be lying flat, our knees bent, heels in the ground, toes up. We're going to go ahead and push our hips towards the sky and hold just for a second before we let down again. Up, down, just like that. Perfect. Squeezing at the top, holding for a second, and then relaxing. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to flip over. We're going to go into our push-up position. Just like that. Down, up. Perfect form, just like that, guys. You don't want your butt too far in the air, and you don't want to be sinking into the ground, okay? Just like that, perfect angle, every time. All right, for this part of our dynamic warm-up, all we need really is 2 cones, 2 indicators set about 10 to 20 yards apart from each other, and that'll be the length that we're gonna go whenever we do our dynamic warm-ups. Okay, so if you don't have cones, use shoes. If you don't have shoes, use something else that's not gonna blow away in the wind if you do this outside or in your house. You don't have to worry about that, okay? So grab 2 things, put them 10 to 20 yards away from each other, and we'll start our dynamic warm-up. All right, guys, the first exercise we're gonna do for the dynamic warm-up is going to be our lunges, okay? So when we're going down and back, we're only gonna go down once and then come back with a totally different exercise. For this exercise, I want you to make every rep count, okay? As Mr. Nick is gonna demonstrate, we're gonna come out, lunge. Here, notice how his chest is up and his knee is not going past his foot at any point. You don't want to put any stress on your knee by having it overextend past your toe. After our lunge, we're going to go into our Frankenstein, okay? With this one, Mr. Nick is going to stand straight up. He's going to kick his foot up and touch his opposite hand with it, okay? Just like that. Notice how he's standing straight up, not leaning forward, not leaning back, getting that good stretch in your hamstrings and touching his toe every single time. If you can't do that, don't worry about it. We will build up to that. Our third exercise we're going to do for our dynamic stretch is going to be our high knees. Okay, now Mr. Nick is going to demonstrate. When he does it, watch his form. He's bringing, driving his knee, keeping his toe up, slight lean forward, and bringing his arms with him every step. When you put it together, good. Just like that. The fourth exercise we're going to do that's a part of this dynamic warm-up, and the last one, is going to be our hamstring kicks, ham kicks. Okay, when Mr. Nick is going to demonstrate, he's going to show the same arm rotation that we're doing while we did our high knees. All we're doing is bringing our heel to our hamstring. Okay, just like that. Good. When you put it in motion, just like that. Good. Great form. Slight lean forward, making every rep count. All right, guys. For this week, we're going to be focused on a circuit training workout. Okay, meaning that we're going to have many exercises, short rest periods in between. Okay, the first exercise we're going to do is going to work our upper body, our pectoralis major. We're going to go with a staggered push-up. Staggered push-up, okay? We're going to start in a staggered position. just like that. Staggered means one on top of the other, ahead of the other, just like that. We're gonna get our push-up in, there, up, same level, and then slightly below, just like that, and that'll be 1 rep, okay? We're gonna try and get at least 5 reps of these, okay? If you can't, don't worry about it. We're gonna work up to it. Also, if you can't do this right now, we can do it from our knees, okay? Take some pressure off your upper body, just like this, and do the same exact exercises. Stagger, there, and down. The second workout, we're gonna target our abs. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna do a Russian twist. Now, if you see we're on the opposite side of the cones, that's because I want you guys to rest from that first part to the second part, and your rest will be that walk that it takes to get here, okay? So we're gonna do our Russian twist. Now, normally, our feet would be in the air, slightly lifted, and then we go into touching the ground opposite side of our body, okay? If you can't do that at this point, we're gonna go ahead and leave our feet in the ground, lean our body slightly back, and then rotate as well. Okay, but Mr. Nick here, very experienced, so if you can, go ahead and lift your feet, show them just like that, perfect. All right, for our third exercise, we're gonna go ahead and target our lower body, our legs, calves, hamstrings. For that, we're gonna go ahead and go into a squat jump, okay? Mr. Nick is gonna demonstrate the squat jump. Here, down, just like that. Every single time, landing in that position, pushing through your heels to the top of your toes, and exploding up in the air, vertically. Try not to go outward with it. It's a vertical movement, okay? Just like that. And if we're not able to do the squat jump, or you get to that point where it's burning too much, go ahead and go into an air squat, okay? Just like we did in the warm-up, just like that, perfect. Making sure our knees aren't too far over our toes. We're going straight back, keeping our chest over our knees, just like that, perfect. The fourth part of this circuit is going to be a cardio exercise. For this, we're gonna go ahead and get jump rope. And if you don't have a jump rope, don't worry about it. You don't even need a jump rope. Okay, for this, Mr. Nick is gonna demonstrate how we're gonna do it without a jump rope. Okay, simple, just like that. Okay, make sure we're bouncing on the ball of our feet. Okay, just like that. Perfect, every single time. That's cardio. You go one leg, mix it up like Mr. Nick, doesn't matter. If you're experienced, if you have jump rope, you can do it either way. All right, following our cardio exercise, we're gonna go ahead and go back to the top with an upper body exercise. For this, we're gonna be working our back. We're gonna go IYTs, okay? So if Mr. Nick can demonstrate, here, we're gonna keep our elbows fully extended in the I shape with a Y, and then with a T. Good, I, keeping our thumbs up, just like that. Perfect, every single time, okay? Really important on this, you don't want your head to look up. We don't want to put that stress on your neck. So Mr. Nick is doing perfectly. We're gonna keep looking down in that position, okay? Another one is pinching our shoulder blades back there, okay? You don't want to relax on this one, okay? Keeping our lower back tight. Now, for our guys who are more experienced, if you want to use weights or water bottles or something else that has some mass to it, you can use that too. But for our beginners, let's go ahead and just use no weight and using just the weight of our hands, the weight of our arms. The next part of this, following our upper body exercise, is going to be our core exercise. We're going to go with our mountain climbers. Okay, Mr. Nick's going to demonstrate here. Now notice how he's almost in that same position, just like that push-up position here. The only thing that's changing is we're driving our knees towards our chest now. Just like that. Good, alternating feet. Just like that. And once again, his head is not up. It is straight down so we don't put that stress on our neck. Just like that. Squeezing our core every single time. Following our ab exercise in our short rest period, we're going to go ahead and go with a lower body exercise. It's going to be our step-ups. Now, normally you think step-ups, you think you have to have a box to do it, just to step up, but you don't have to. With this, Mr. Nick is going to demonstrate from his knees. We can get that same motion and that same muscle work, just like this. Good, perfect. If the ground is too hard, go ahead and put a mat under there. If you want to do it outside in the grass, that works as well. Just like this, stepping up. Now notice how Mr. Nick is driving his knee every single time he comes up. That's the perfect form. That's what you want to see. Just like that, holding it for a second and going back down. Every single time, alternating legs, perfect. Great drive, chest is forward. We're working our arms as well, every single time. All right, guys, the last cardio exercise we're gonna do is gonna be our line touches. When we're doing this, we can go half speed to full speed. are just make sure you're actually working, getting your heart rate up. Okay, so when we start, we're gonna start on one end of our warm-up stations, of our cones that we set up at the beginning. Okay, we're gonna go back and forth. We're gonna do that 4 times. So we're gonna go start here at this point, we're gonna go down, touch, back, and then finish on the opposite side. Okay, so if Mr. Nick can demonstrate for me, we're gonna be here, and on the other side, you're gonna wanna touch it with your hand, not just your foot. Okay, let's work on getting low and finishing. Don't cheat this drill. Okay, when you touch, we touch with our hands, not with our feet. All right, so Mr. Nick can demonstrate. We're gonna be here. Perfect. Back, and finishing on the opposite side. And that is 1. I want you guys to go ahead and get at least 2 in. Okay, 2 to 4. That's perfect range for us. All right. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope it helps you at home during these times when you're staying at home. I want you guys to make sure you get active and fit. We're gonna thank Mr. Nick for being our demonstrator, Mr. Brian for filming. If you have any suggestions, please don't be afraid to comment on the video. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know if this helps. The reps will be shown on the screen. So like I said, just comment, let us know how you feel about this video, and we will see you soon.